Today we are taking to the ladder with an absolute powerhouse list. Now today's deck was derived from one of my better decks I've made recently in ABZAN Sacrifice, and we went ahead and twisted it up, made it into ABZAN, added a few new toys, and it has been performing incredibly. In fact, we are 7-0 currently with this deck, with 6 of those games on the draw, which is absolutely mind-blowing. But today's deck is a sacrifice build, so of course we have great creatures that have ETB effects, as well as when they leave the battlefield. We've got really cool ways to reanimate those creatures with things like Extraction Specialist and the Blood on the Snow. And then lastly, we have some really great top end and 2 planeswalkers that work really well together, Kaya and Vivian. Kaya's going to put ghost form counters on our creatures. Vivian's going to sacrifice those creatures, grabbing us a creature of higher converted mana cost. Kaya puts that creature back into our hand to be replayed. This loop is insane, and the value on this deck is crazy, but I'm sure you guys are going to enjoy today's video, so stick around for that. And if you guys want the full deck breakdown, we'll be doing that at the end of every video. And in the meantime, there's a link in the description for the full deck list. And if you guys enjoy content just like this, don't forget to hit that like button as well as the subscribe button. Both of those go a very long way, and they are free ways to help support and grow the channel. With that being said, guys, enjoy today's video. I'll see you guys at the end. Peace. Be sure to check out the new Swayze shop that just went live. Get yourself a really cool community-inspired t-shirt, all while helping support the channel. Links to the shop will be down below in the description. And with that being said, enjoy the games. Peace. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today we're playing some ABZAN. Today's deck is very much a building... it was built around the bones of my Mardu Sacrifice deck. And I've been having a ton of success with it. So I wanted to try to make a very similar deck, see if we can, produce something new for you guys that you guys haven't seen yet, but still get somewhat of the same results. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I expect this to be very good. We've only played one game with it. We dominated pretty easily. But yeah, this Mardu Sacrifice deck, if you guys haven't seen, it's a few videos back. It's my most recent Mardu deck, I believe. If you want to check that out, man, I've been using that thing to grind lately, and it has been really good to me. So we're going to expand upon it today. Let's go here, and I think I'd rather just Deadly Dispute. There's a good chance, being that they're Naya, that they're going to try to play some form of enchantment on the Spirited Companion. A little unlikely, but possible. And if they do, Deadly Dispute takes care of the the companion, and then they lose their ability to draw a card here. So that'd be kind of nice. Interesting. They hold up any sort of spells here this turn, which I thought for sure they'd play something. Typically, Naya enchantments is pretty aggressive. All right, let's go with a green land here, and then we will... I think I'm gonna hold this for a minute, because I typically like to use the specialist to get back a Spirited Companion to get ultimate value out of it, which is the extra card draw. Getting back a Shambling Ghast is cool and everything, but I think getting back the ability to draw another card is very, very good. This deck is it does a really good job of keeping your hand very healthy and you know, getting you a lot of card draw. So, well, now getting back to Shambling Ghast didn't seem like such a bad idea, did it? Unfortunate, but we will find a way to deal with that eventually. We have plenty of sweepers in the deck. We have Rite of Oblivion. I guess I should have anticipated that as a potential play line for them, and got back the Ghast on that last turn, because I could have dealt with that at instant speed and, you know, had them not draw a card. So something to learn from for sure. Let's see, if I play this out, I get back a Shambling Ghast or a Spirited Companion. That seems pretty good. Let's do it. Spirited Companion, and then well, that will make us discard the hand size though, and then I think we might want to actually ramp here instead. So I'm gonna take the Shambly, take the old Shambly here, get the treasure back that we lost out on. Showdown of the Skalds, okay. And they get pretty decent hits, but Machiko's not great without a bunch of other enchantments on the field. So, I mean, I like what we're seeing here. The only problem I'm having at the moment is the fact that we're drawing so many lands. Hopefully Spirited Companion can find us something better than that. Maybe a Planeswalker would be nice. Not quite a Planeswalker, but you know what? It's plenty of things I can use here to Rite of Oblivion with. But again, doesn't really matter if we don't find, you know, playables here. If we don't find our Planeswalkers or anything like that, we're gonna be hurting. Okay, a Machiko with nothing on the field feels awesome. I think they just really did not want to lose out on the Showdown of the Scalds value there, but I think it would have been a pretty smart play to just ignore that and just get something down. But all right, that's helpful. It's helpful, but it doesn't quite get us there. But what it does do is it allows us to blow up the board if they get bigger than us, and then also it gets back an Extraction Specialist, which then gets back a Spirited Companion, which draws us another card. So there's some value there for sure. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 snow permanents here and a lot more in hand. So should be able to get back even a Planeswalker at this point if we find like a Kaya and it dies for whatever reason. All right, they're looking to get some haste here. Hopefully no lifelink though. I'm sure it will be though. Yep, there's the lifelink. That's tough. That's tough. They're going to get some life back here, but we are going to hit them for quite a bit of damage in return. So should be able to mitigate any sort of life gain that they just got there. And we find a Planeswalker. Let's go. Let's go. I don't know. I don't know what the right, like, quote unquote right move here is. I think just killing this is fine with an Oblivion, but yeah, I guess that's fair. Let's get in for an attack here. Let's take that out with an Oblivion. Let's get another treasure. And then we have 3, 4, 5. Not enough to cast the Vivian, unfortunately. And then once I get a Vivian in, I can actually sack my Spirited Companion to get a second Extraction Specialist and get back the Spirited Companion again. So that's kind of a cool little play line we can do. Also, you know, Blood on the Snow seems pretty good if they get a little out of hand here, which looks like they might. All right. It does put us to 6 loyalty. That's pretty hard to deal with. And Machiko, I mean, if they give it a trample, that could be pretty devastating. But they've dropped 2 trample runes already. Pretty unlikely that they get that thing trample. I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit here. I'm gonna go for the sacrifice. Get the Specialist out here. Get the Spirited Companion back. Let's get another card draw. Hopefully hitting another Oblivion. Oh my goodness, we hit an Oblivion. I honestly didn't think we were going to, but it's really nice that we did. I think honestly the more scary play here is this here. So let's get rid of it. I think that's a better way to deal with what's on the board here because we have Blood on the Snow, so we can sweep the board at any time. Trying to play correctly here. I'm sure I missed some stuff here as we went along, but that's fine. We get that back with the Oblivion later, so be it. What's nice too is the Oblivion, you can you can sacrifice any non-land permanent, so treasures do count for that. We have plenty of mana to do all sorts of stuff, so getting Vivian back will be very easy here. That's annoying. That is annoying. It's a lot of damage too. I'm still not going to block though. Am I gonna Blood on the Snow next turn? Probably not. I mean, gosh, I just don't know. Yeah, I'm not gonna block. I have plenty of life here to kind of manage. I may need this to sacrifice it for something here. So, all right, let's go with the Oblivion. Still leaves us with enough mana to Blood on the Snow if we need to, and then we attack in first. And then we can go get our 4-drop, which isn't necessarily any better than this, but it leads us to bigger, better things, right? Maybe I just Blood on the Snow here and then get this back. I think that's the move. I think we Blood on the Snow, we get back the Extraction Specialist, and then we look to do some stuff with Vivian here. Get this down. Just, I mean, we could just keep refilling our hand here. It's not bad. It's not bad at all.
Watch evolution work its magic.
Not bad at all. We just keep drawing cards nonstop, and then we look to get a Deadly Dispute. Very nice. And then we can use the Deadly Dispute on our Spirited Companion. There it is. There's the game. All right. I mean, that's how the deck works. So it's very, very grindy, but it's very consistent. You find what you need because there's so much card advantage here. At the same time, you're putting out bodies that gain you life and draw you cards. Such a very good deck. It's just a very, very good deck. I enjoy it a lot. I mean, so far we're 2-0 with this thing. It might be better than the Marty one. I don't know yet. I just don't know. I think Ob Nixilis really takes the Marty one over the top, which is really nice. But man, Vivian showing up. I'm not gonna lie. Vivian replacing the Ob Nixilis is pretty fire. And we usually get a lot of mana really fast, so it makes a lot of sense to run Vivian here because it just, you know, the amount of mana it costs isn't that scary when you're getting so much treasure. So very interesting though. All right, so we can keep this, and the reason we can keep this is because we have the Symbology, which can go get us Environmental Sciences for our black mana, but it is a little slow. We do have to keep that in mind. There's a good chance we get blown up here pretty fast if it's an aggro build, because we are going second as well. So something to just keep in mind. Blood on the Snow feels pretty good though. If we get the Shambling Ghast out and somehow sacrifice it, if we can find like a Deadly Dispute, that'd be great. All right, gonna have to deal with that too. Okay, nice. We get a Black Source. Let's still play out the Professor here. What do we want to play out actually? Yeah, the Professor forces them to use this to get their 2/2 bigger. Otherwise, they're going to have to attack into the Professor and die. So let's force that. Let's force them to make their next play a plus on the Ranger class. I'm gonna grab some more mana here, I think. Force the Ranger class here to plus. Again, they just don't want to attack into the Symbology. I mean, they could have a Blizzard Brawl though. They are playing their third land, but yep, we do force them into making that move, so that's kind of nice. Slowing them down a bit. Gonna allow this though for the time being, because if we do draw like a you know, like an Oblivion or something, we're gonna want to be able to. Oh no, did they have the Blizzard Brawl as well? Okay, cool. Thought maybe we got a little bit screwed there, unfortunately, but we did not. All right, we're gonna go Shambling Ghast, and I think the Spirited Companion as well is not terrible, but I mean, this is also kind of enticing just to make sure we continue hitting our land drops. But if we hit a Spirited Companion and we do find like a Deadly Dispute, I don't know. I guess there's no wrong answer here, I don't think, but let's get some more snow mana. That way when the Blood on the Snow hits, we can get something for 2 now instead of just the 1. Could make a big difference. Also, the life gain there could have made a huge difference. And now we've got some really good blocks here, because if we block with both, we can also put the negative 1/1 on the 3/3 and kill it with the Shambling Ghast. Or I could just create the treasure, which then ultimately gives me a Kaya to minus. A lot of good options here. Oddity. Okay. Yeah, so maybe we want to look to create the treasure. Okay, cool. That's fine. We'll make the treasure then. That makes my decisions a lot easier, that's for sure. Not a lot of thought to be put behind this. Now, the question becomes, do we waste the treasure on a Kaya, putting us a turn behind on Blood on the Snow, or do we just throw a couple of things out there and look to Blood on the Snow next turn? I don't know. I think I'm going to go with the Kaya play, and the reason I'm going to go with the Kaya play here is because if we get rid of the Oddity, we have a good chump block against the 3/3, right? And then we can hope that they commit more to the board in the next 2 turns, and then we get a bigger Blood on the Snow as far as value goes. This might be the more greedy line, but I'm going to take it. We're about greed around here, so. It is what it is. Kaya still takes the hit, though, which is kind of nice. It protects our life total for at least another turn. The 2 Spirited Companions here too are not only great blockers against the, you know, the wolf, but it also allows us to almost ensure that we're going to hit our land drops. All right, Spirited Companion 1 draws us hopefully into a land just to make sure I feel a little safer about this next move. Could play out the Shambling Gas though to ensure the treasure as well if we don't hit a land here. It's going to be a tough decision because drawing 2 more cards, obviously 1 with the Spirited Companion and then 1 on my upkeep. I should be able to hit a land within those 3, but that's also really nice. You know what I'm going to do here actually? I'm going to go here and I'm going to Oblivion. And you might not think, you might not agree with my Oblivion move here, but I'm actually going to go for the Ranger class. And the reason I'm going to go for the Ranger class is because I am going to blow up the board with the Blood on the Snow. Next turn guaranteed. We have a chump block here. And the Ranger class is going to be just value that they can get later by drawing cards off the top of their deck. So got to get rid of it now. This is one of those decks, man, where it's like there's so many options. There's so many play lines you can make. No one's going to always agree with every play line I make. That's for darn sure. And with my track record of misplays too, it's like I know I'm probably not doing the most optimum things, but we're trying our best. We're trying to get better every day. So bear with me. All right. Nothing, huh? Man, you're really enticing me here to play the Vivian out to just get a, you know what? Not necessary. I could play the Vivian out here and just create a 4/4 body, but I'm just going to take this slow. If they want to take it slow, I'll take it slow. Ah, no land. I was hoping for the land drop there. That's fine. Wow, I really can't believe we didn't get a land there. That's fine. We'll drop the Shambling Gas. It's another treasure we can generate. This is kind of cool because if we can sack it with the Vivian, we can get a our Rhino, life gain, all that good stuff. All right, they get another Ranger class. Glad we saved this for as long as we have. Now we are still looking for land off the top of our deck because, you know, the more land the better. Our hand is pretty heavy, so a lot of mana consumption here in our hand. We need those land drops bad. No, still no land drop. Still no land drop, but I can go for the Blood on the Snow, get back another Spirited Companion. Hopefully hit a land drop that way. Or I can just still kind of take it slow here. I don't know. What's the move? This, I just don't want this to get to, I mean, they're going to have to pay the mana to get it to that level, right? Yeah, so let's just go ahead and do this. I don't like this move. It just doesn't feel very good, but I'd like to get rid of this, but they will have to invest the 4 mana in a single turn to play it, so okay, well, that's unfortunate. Come on, land drop. No, still nothing. Wow. Oh, wow. That sucks. Well, that goes to level 3. I knew it would. Lame. That means they can draw, they can play things from the top of their deck now, and now they got 4 mana as well, so good chance that they start throwing things out. Hope not. I hope they just attack in here and let it be what it is. Nice. No other plays from our opponent here, huh? All right, this is going to ensure that I hit a land drop, plus it gives me another treasure, so I'm doing it. This is a good top deck here. We need the lands, man. Come on. All right, feeling a lot better now. I'm feeling a lot better. I know they have a 6/6 creature out there, which is pretty scary, but it doesn't have trample. And we have a way to generate creatures on the next turn. This also gains us life. It creates us another creature when it dies. There's things we can do here. We're behind for sure, but I mean, look at our hand compared to their hand. I like what we're seeing here. Yeah, we're gonna do this. Vivian of the Hunt, come on down. Create us a blocker. Unfortunately, there's a really strong chance that our opponent might have a Blizzard Brawl. But if they do and they kill this, they are gonna obviously target Vivian. And then I'll just play the second Vivian and we'll just rinse, repeat, and then they'll be out of cards. So that's the goal at least. But it seems like their card is instant speed. Ah, I see. And it was the Shigeki, so that will go. So will Vivian. But again, we'll rinse, repeat the same thing again. They don't have enough for lethal, so they got to get rid of Vivian. Pretty annoying that that was their last card in hand, but all good. That's nice, but that's going to get indestructible, so let's not make that silly mistake. Gonna play the Vivian. Doesn't give trample though, so that's nice. All right, and we got blood on the snow. I mean, again, it's great, but obviously the Tameo safekeeping not gonna allow us to get the blood on the snow off, but you know, still pretty happy about what we're seeing here. All right, they're going after the Vivian. No can do, my friend, no can do. There we go, that's not a bad card. Get this down. Let's see if we can maybe hit, you know, another land or something out the top. We're gonna definitely get back another Spirited Companion. And here's where we kind of take off with this game. I think we've got the Vivian now resolved on the battlefield with plenty of things to sacrifice as fodder, so good chance that we're in a good spot here. And then we play the Outrider because the Outrider gives 1/1 counters when things die, and so we'll get some 1/1 counters on the sacrifice here. We should have one more extraction specialist in the deck, so this should be a good sack here. And we get another Spirited Companion. These get 1/1 counters. They have lifelink, so feeling pretty solid about where we stand now. And then, I mean, a lot of lifelink, and then we also got, you know, the War Chief coming in soon, which is going to gain us life on entry. So our life total should be totally fine now. And again, when things die, we're getting 1/1 counters, which is only, you know, only better for us. I don't know if I like this block in particular, but I think it's okay to make just to gain the life. I could double and triple up, but yeah, that's just gonna get indestructible, so that'd be silly. Okay, yeah, let's just gain some life here. I think that's fine. I think that's fine. Now, I could mill 5 cards and then put some creatures in my hand. We're at 32 cards. Maybe. I don't know. I think we're fine just playing out the War Chief here. I think the War Chief is fine. We're out of War Chiefs, right? We only had the 2 in the deck, so sacking that would not be smart, right? Yeah, we're out of War Chiefs here. I don't know. What is the move here? Do we just create a 4/4? We just create a 4/4 if I'm being honest. I mean, we can kind of go ham here too, because we got, you know, the 5 life gain coming in every turn, and when things die, we just keep getting that 1/1 counter. So this is it's gonna be pretty good. I think we create the 4/4. I think that's fine. I just don't have a really good sack here, because if we sack the Spirited Companion, we're out of Specialist. If we sack the Outrider, we're out of Workshop, you know, War Chiefs. We're just kind of running out of creatures to sack here and get value off of. So let's just keep creating the 4/4. Pretty sure this game's locked down and over, but you never know. There it is. GG, let's go. That was a tough one. We had to kind of battle adversity early to come back. But man, we figured it out. Let's go. Still undefeated. I don't think I've ever started a recording in a deck be undefeated like this. Like I've always play tested my decks and made some adjustments as we go along, but the moment I built this thing and played it out, you know, play tested it, we haven't dropped a game. So that feels really good. But again, it was built off the back and the bones of my Mardu deck, which is already so good. So I knew it would be good, but I didn't think we'd be undefeated still after all this time. So that's kind of nice. Easy climbs, man. Easy climbs. I just think that this kind of deck right now, this Mardu and this ABZAN list we got together, the life gain and the card draw, like it's just never ending, and it's hard. It's very, very hard to kill us. Like we're a fly that just doesn't go away. And then along the way, we just have such great tools to answer things with exiling and destroying effects. We draw 2 War Chiefs. That's pretty unfortunate. This is actually a very unfortunate hand. We need some early okay, there we go. I was gonna say we need something early. Get this thing going. Another black source would be great. There it is. Nice. Gonna be hard to get a good Meat Hook Massacre off, that's for sure, because the Valkyrie is gonna grow really fast, and the other Valkyrie is gonna have 4 toughness on entry, so it's gonna be tough to do anything about that. But I think we want to Oblivion you. That was a tough decision, honestly. I didn't know which one to Oblivion there, because the Luminarch's the one getting a value every single turn, but the Valkyrie also gains value every single turn, and the Meat Hook can still catch the Luminarch. You know, with time passes, I can still catch it. I can't catch something with 4 toughness already. That's too far gone, I think. And I made the right choice, because now we got a good Meat Hook for 3 here, and it's pretty clean. Pretty clean Meat Hook for 3 here. I like that. And then Giada, of all things, is gone, which feels great. I honestly wouldn't mind even sacking my Meat Hook Massacre to get some value with the Oblivion here, but Kaya's great too, by the way. Just, I mean, simple exile of the 4/4. There's no sort of benefits they can get now with the Retribution this turn. No plays at all. I would have expected them to at least activate their cave there. Could they have activated their cave? 4/5 or 3/4/5. Yeah, they could have. All right, let's get the War Chief in then. By the way, the War Chief with a Kaya's ghost form counter. I mean, can you say busted? Busted? I mean, that's ridiculous. Because now we're going to gain life every time it enters the battlefield. We're going to create the 4/4 every time it dies. And we get it back in our hand to just keep repeating this process. It's like, come on. I'm really shocked they're not attacking the Kaya with the cave, though. There they go. So no great way to deal with that, unfortunately. I don't think I have any Field of Ruins in the deck. I definitely don't. Do I have any instant speed, though, that I can deal? Trying to think. Instant speed magic. I can't think of anything in my deck that would deal with that. So I'm going to have to kill them before they can kill me. But I mean, again, there's so much life gain to be had here with the War Chief. Nice. All right, we're looking pretty good. We do have the spirits that can, you know, block, which is nice. So now that if we get down a Kaya, we can kind of protect it a little bit better from the cave. You know what I need to add in here? I need to add a Beseiju. I think that'll handle the cave situation a little bit better. All right, so they're gonna get the 1/1 counters. That's fine. We're still much bigger than them, so keep on smashing their face here. And not a bad top deck when you're talking about Deadly Dispute with Kaya ready to go. Seems pretty solid to me.
You're not looking for spirits.
Yeah, let's put the pressure on. Let's put the pressure on them. I mean, we have Rite of Oblivion to play. We have so many good things we could play here. I'm going to allow that because I'm going to sack the War Chief here. So, going to allow that damage. It is what it is. Sack the War Chief. We get another treasure. The War Chief comes back to our hand. We create another 4/4. This combo is just disgusting. It's so good. And we have a Spirited Companion. Heck yeah, let's go for it. I'll eat my treasures for that. That's not bad at all. I mean, just look at the value, man. The value just never stops. Like, we're at 25 life with our hand is completely full. Our battlefield is completely saturated. Like, there's nothing they can do. And now we have flyers to block this 3/4 all day. It's like, the game is pretty much over, I'd say. They don't even know what's in my hand. I got another Oblivion. I mean, I could just keep hitting these creatures with all these Oblivions and plusing Kaya, minusing Kaya even. Like, yeah, it's a game. GG's though, man. Holy cow. This is honestly one of the easiest times I've had with the deck, so I feel really happy about that. All right, let's get another one in. Let's go. I'm feeling so good, man. It's not, I don't know if you guys know, but making these decks, like, when you're trying to be super creative all the time and then you're running out of, you know, like ideas because there's such a big gap between set releases and stuff, it's hard to keep these ideas flowing, and it gets tougher and tougher to record videos and get decks to actually perform well enough to make them videos and get ideas that are good enough. So it's nice to be able to just like revisit something that I know was tried and true, and I can kind of adjust the color scheme of it a little bit, add some cool new planeswalkers. And I mean, this is just such a great feeling because it's going so well. Like, I just hit record and we're flowing right now. So love it. Love it, love it, love it. Positive vibes, good energies right now. Loving it. And I hope you guys are enjoying it, man. I hope you guys enjoy this deck. By all means, like, you know, have fun with this one. Enjoy it. Cause some havoc. I still don't know which one's better, though. I'd really like to maybe see the head-to-head statistics after a few weeks. See how it looks. All right, they transform, which is really unfortunate. It doesn't have trample, though, so... And obviously, Deadly Dispute gets us to a Blood on the Snow really fast, which is helpful. Super helpful. All right, they can destroy this treasure, though, which is not helpful. That's probably the most unhelpful thing ever. All right, destroy target artifact and enchantment defender player controls on the attack. I can turn it back to daytime here, though. Yeah, let's turn it back to daytime, giving ourselves the best opportunity of not losing one of these treasures. And this is definitely going to come in handy this game. There's no doubt about that. No doubt about that at all. And then Blood on the Snow, I mean, it's next turn. Again, if we can just keep them from destroying one of these artifacts. Oh, they force it to nighttime, though, which means that we're going to lose one of these treasures. They're going to blow them up with the... But we get another one, I guess, with the gas. So, not the end of the world, actually. Yeah, not terrible. Not terrible. And, I mean, using a Blood on the Snow for just these two creatures is a little weak, in my opinion, but I think I kind of have to do it. Do I have to do it, though? I do have the Necrotic Fumes. I mean, I have two Blood on the Snows. What am I saying? I have 2 Blood on the Snows. Let's just use them. Three, 4, 5, and 6. Yeah, just making sure I didn't do the math wrong on that. All right, cool. They play out another creature, which makes me feel so much better about our Blood on the Snow and how much value we get out of it. And we get to get back a Professor, which is super helpful because we can go to our sideboard again and we can look for that that second black source that we are you know, it's being pretty elusive right now. We're about to have 5 mana this next turn. Necrotic Fume's looking pretty good. I mean, we don't have to use it this turn though, do we? Because we can force them again to, you know, bring this to level 2. We have another blood. Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna let that slide for now. I think there's better targets for the Necrotic Fumes, to be honest. Things with trample obviously come to mind. We have better targets. All right, so we forced them to go to level 2 because they don't want to attack into Professor. Totally understandable. I'm gonna allow the attack. Still have 19 life right now, and looking to gain more obviously along the way, so not too bad. Okay, Blizzard Brawl, that's annoying. That's annoying when you let a block go through and you're gonna lose your creature anyways. It's so brutal. All right, let's go ahead and another green, and we look for Vivian here. Vivian looking pretty sweet with the 4/4, so we'll drop that down, and we making a good block against their wolf, even if they get the 1/1 counter. So they're gonna need to put something else down as well. Maybe spend the 4 mana here to, okay, create an Arlen. Arlen's gonna do what? The 2/2 wolves. Makes sense. No mana to cast anything with flash, so makes sense. Okay, well, they're willing to trade. That seems kind of strange, but I'll take it. What do we do? What do we do? Because we have Rite of Oblivion. I don't know. I think I'm gonna just destroy the Arlen here.
Stand in our way. I dare you.
I think I'm gonna destroy Arlen here. We have another Vivian, so if they want to attack with both their 2/2s into my Vivian, that's fine. They lose one of them, and then we replay another Vivian. So I kind of like the way that pans out for us. Outrider's nice too. I mean, we could sack it at any point to get a Rhino, which is cool, but I don't think we need to. I think we just kind of hang on to it and keep getting it bigger and bigger. That's fine. Not too scared of that, but it will give their creatures 1/1 or 1/0 in haste.
Not diplomacy. For Avernus and for
Still doesn't help them though. I mean, they're gonna lose one of them. All right. Vivian's still here, unfortunately for them. And we have only 1 mana left over if we make that play. Okay. I don't think we're going to make the Vivian play this turn. I think we're fine holding off on that for now. Get another land is cool. Rite of Oblivion. I mean, I could play the Blood on the Snow for Planeswalkers at some point, so I'm going to go ahead and just kill this. We still have Necrotic Fumes too. I could just slam this into its face too, which is nice. I can afford to take damage on the return fire, so yeah, let's do it. Let's look to threaten Azariel's loyalty here. I mean, I like our hand. I would like to get some more card draw though. Maybe some I don't know, there's a lot of things we could draw that get us cards here, but Specialist is what I really want, because the Specialist can get us back the Specialist gets us back a Spirited Companion, and we can go that route, which is nice. Okay. You know what I'm gonna do actually? I'm gonna go Vivian here. And I'm gonna make a risky play here, but I'm gonna go for the mill 5 here. I think that's a pretty solid play right about now. Oh my goodness, we only hit 1. That's fine. That's so weak though. All right, that's fine. What do we want? What do we want? We have so many good options here, to be honest. I think I'm gonna go with the Conjuration. There's really no wrong answer here, I don't think, with this particular play. I'm gonna go and leave these back because if I attack in with the Outrider here, they block with the 1/1. They deal the 1 damage to the Symbology, and then they can attack in to the Vivian. I really want Vivian to survive this time around. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 snow mana. So we wouldn't be able to get Vivian back with the Blood on the Snow, unfortunately. But I mean, I feel pretty good about the way things are panning out at the moment. So
Fight for Avernus, you fiend.
again, it's a bit of a slow burn here, but we're looking okay. Let's go with the Conjuration, see what we hit. There it is, Specialist. We love that. We love that. All right, Specialist comes down. It gets us a Spirited Companion. Spirited Companion draws us a card. Not what we wanted to see, but it's fine. Let's go here, though. This combo is so ridiculous. Get another Spirited Companion. We get the 1/1 counter. We put it here. And then, I mean, we just start... Now we just start cutting loose. Now we just start cutting loose. I mean, what do you do if you're the opponent right here? Like, we just had a turn of the century. Let's get aggressive here. We're gonna start. We got to start putting some pressure on them, right? Got to start putting some pressure on them. They're looking to kill the Symbology. Totally fine. We have the War Chief, which is phenomenal. I would love to see the War Chief, though, come down if we can find a Kaya. That'd be great. Just more 1/1 counters for our lifelink, which is so good. Opponent's still only sitting on 4 lands, too, by the way. That's got to be pretty tragic if you're the opponent, but... Okay. This thing gives 1/0 and gains trample, and then it turns it to night. That's kind of cool. Forcefully turning things into night. I wish Vivian had an alt. That'd be cool. That'd be really cool. All right, that's fine. They attack into us. They're giving us an opportunity here at some life gain. Oh, they find a Blizzard Brawl. That's unfortunate. That's fine though. It is what it is. We have 10 life gain sitting here on the battlefield now. So, I mean, just good luck with all of that. The audio is starting to go down, unfortunately. Let's go here. Not bad. Let's hold off on that for a second here. What do we want to do? What is the move here? Do we still have one more? I think we still have one more Specialist, don't we? Could go, I don't know. I'm gonna go here, actually. I'm gonna go here. I really want to find a Kaya. There it is. I was gonna say I really want to find a Kaya here. Kaya. And now the real combo starts. Like, this is where things get really good. I know we're giving up 2 1/1 counters on a lifelink creature, which sounds pretty gnarly, but I mean, we do get it back, and we do get to continue that sort of 1/1 counter play, which is really nice, and we get to draw a card. So I know it's a little bit of downfall there, but to set up a bigger picture down the road feels nice. And now we got Kaya to give ghost form counters, and then Vivian sacks the creature, and the loop never ends. So good luck getting through these sort of defenses here. All right, they get to draw a card though when they hit, so that's kind of annoying. And it has trample, so that thing's definitely getting through. Gotta give it to the lifelink creature, right? I mean, we're at 29 life because of that, so let's do it. You want to dance? Let's dance, bro. Wonder how they attack though. Because if they don't take care of Kaya or Vivian, they're in a lot of trouble. 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, it doesn't even kill Vivian. I just say we let it go. Vivian's sole job now is to plus, so I don't really care. Don't really care. All right, this is gonna be the most gnarly loop ever. Like, we give the workshop war chief, we sack the war chief, creates the 4/4, decline, and then we have 1/1 counters here. There is an argument to be said that we could you know, put the ghost form counter on something better to get an extra card, like out of our deck, but it's not even that necessary, honestly. We keep gaining the life with the war chief. Creating 4/4s I think is plenty good enough. 40 life to 3. But yeah, I mean, there's another loop you can go. You can give it to the spirited companion, sack it, get another specialist, get back a specialist as well as a companion, and then we also get to replay the companion. There's a million ways you can do it, but it doesn't really matter how we do it. We're just, you know, we're just trying to kill them at this point. The game is pretty much locked up. Not to mention we have blood on the snow at this point too, which is pretty cool. They're toast. This game is by far gone. So they're gonna draw a ton of cards though. I mean, if they hit us though, then none of those have trample, so maybe not. Okay. I mean, they can't get through any of this really. Man, I really hate this audio bug. It's bugging my head right now. All right, they get to kill something. I'm pretty sure they're gonna. Okay. There we go. GG's. GG's. They were trying to kill it. We put the 1/1 counters. Unfortunately for them, the stack works in that way. All right. Very, very clean victory there. Absolutely love that one. We are going to break the deck down now, though. We're still undefeated with the deck, too, which is crazy. GG. That will conclude today's gameplay portion of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed today's deck list, man. It has been so good to us, man. 7-0 currently. I'm looking to play this thing even more, hopefully getting us through Mythic. That would be really nice. Maybe even grinding it up farther past that. But we're gonna go ahead and break this thing down now in full on how we built the deck. But before I do that, huge shout out to everyone who's made it this far. I really do appreciate that so very much, and it goes a very long way, so thanks for that support. And with that being said, let's take a look at the list. So again, the way I built this thing is pretty simple. We took our Mardu Sacrifice list that I've been just dominating with lately. It has Ob Nixilis, things like that. We made a full deck breakdown and video on that not that long ago, like 2 or 3 weeks ago. But if you want to go check that out, that's cool. But basically, we took that deck, we cloned it, and then I just went ahead and picked out some things, made some adjustments, tweaked it up. I wanted to play Vivian really bad, so that's where we kind of started, and I went ahead and built it out to be an ABZAN list. So this is how it works. Obviously, you guys got to see a lot of the gameplay footage, but we got Shambling Ghast, Professor Symbology, and Spirited Companion to kind of kick things off. Now, what we're trying to do is obviously sacrifice them with things like Deadly Dispute. We have great removal tools like Rite of Oblivion. Obviously Vivian helps sacrifice things as well, and these creatures are then going to generate us treasures. They're going to allow us to learn. They're going to draw us cards, and then we draw more cards, create more treasures off of them, which is pretty cool. And an Extraction Specialist goes and grabs them back from the graveyard to be replayed again. Now, we ran into a little bit of a loophole because Vivian needs to be able to scale upwards. When we sacrifice creatures with Vivian, Vivian needs another creature with higher converted mana cost to come down to the battlefield. So we had to add some 4 and 5 drops to the deck, and I thought Outrider was a great 4-drop option. There wasn't a whole lot to choose from, but the Outrider plays really well with the sacrifice mechanic because our creatures are going to be dying consistently, and the Outrider is going to be able to put 1/1 counters on all of our things, which is really, really helpful. And then if we can sack the Outrider, we can go ahead and get a War Chief. Now, the War Chief is phenomenal too, because obviously you guys got to see how much value this thing generates with the life gain, and then creating 4/4 rhinos after it dies. It's just really, really good when you're talking about, sacrifice mechanics. And then you guys also saw how good Kaya can be with the War Chief, just putting ghost form counters on that thing and sacrificing it all day, just gaining life, spamming these rhinos. It's endless, and it's so much fun to do. And it's so powerful. Like, we've gotten behind on a few games here because, again, we were on the draw for 6 of our games. One of those games was against Goblins, and they got a blazing fast start. We got all the way down to 2 life. By the end of that game, we were at 30 something life. It was crazy. But yeah, man, this deck does a really good job of once the late game starts, the turns to 4 to 5 turns, we get into this realm of gaining life and drawing so many cards that you can't really do anything. We're gonna outvalue your opponent in almost every single category. Again, we have Blood on the Snow in this deck, which is so good with the snow mana we have here. It brings back planeswalkers. Another extraction specialist comes down, it gets us another creature, so we can essentially blow up the board, get 2 creatures back. It's so much value, it's crazy. And then obviously a little bit of Meat Hook Massacre will get the job done in a lot of cases as well. Also, we made some adjustments clearly to the where's my button here? We made some adjustments to the sideboard because we had to add green. So we got 1 Environmental Sciences, 1 Necrotic Fumes for more exiling, basic Conjuration, which helped a lot as far as gaining life goes, as well as finding what we need. Containment Breach just in case. Prophecy for some card draw, Annihilation for more exiling, and then Mascot Exhibition for some end game action. But guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. It was so much fun. I'm not going to really make any suggestions on how to change this thing up. It's pretty simple. Go to your filters, add in enter the battlefield triggers, when the creature dies triggers, and just see what sort of things you can add to this deck and options you can have. Blitz creatures are pretty cool because they sacrifice themselves at the end of the blitz mechanic. But think about those types of things when you're making adjustments. And if you guys have any ideas on how to make the deck any better, of course, leave it down below in the comments. I would love to hear your thoughts on that. And lastly, before I get out of here, huge shout out goes to the Marty Mob. As always, the Marty Mob is the the membership program here on the channel, and I got to give a huge shout out at the end of every video to let them know how much I appreciate them. They help this channel so very much when it comes to the growth of this channel and keeping it alive and keeping me going with the trajectory we're headed in, which is hopefully going full time down the road. So the Marty Mob is a huge support, and they're pretty much the backbone of the community. So I gotta say thank you to them every single time. And with that being said, guys, happy Friday. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I really enjoyed making it for you. Hopefully you can maybe craft this up and get some serious wins with it. So with that being said, we'll see you guys on Monday for another banger. I've got a really cool deck in mind, so be sure to check that out. And if you guys haven't already, check out the last 2 videos. They were really fun jank lists that I'm sure you can enjoy and have a lot of a big blast with. But they need a little bit of love. They're doing not so great. But thank you guys so much. Appreciate you. We'll see you on Monday. Peace.
Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. Yeah. The name is Swayze, no Patrick. Yeah. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the mythic, yeah, that's magic. Yeah. MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. Where's the upload, man? Man, all of the time. Coming with the best decks, this is the meta. This ain't cheap.